Hello, everyone. It is Leah Molnix, and I am here today to talk to you about what God is doing at Dear God Ministries. I've had so many questions after the release of my first book, Dear God, Can You Hear Me? Devotions for the Weary-Hearted, and that came out about 10 days ago. So ever since then, I've had a lot of loved ones and people who have been following the journey and people who have been a part of Dear God Ministries for the last few years be like, what's next? A book tour? Speaking engagements? Building a church? Like, what's going on, Leah? And so I just wanted to jump on here to share hearts and for you to really see what is going on at Dear God Ministries. So the release of my first book, Dear God, Can You Hear Me? Devotions for the Weary-Hearted, has been such a whirlwind. You know, I never had intentions of my writing to become a book. And in February is where I felt like God was putting people in my life to grow that part of me, speak life into it, and bring me confidence and courage again. And so in February, I reached out to a publisher not thinking that it was anything good. I actually remember I sent it in, and for 3 days I didn't hear from him. And so I'm sitting in my house, like just checking my phone. Did he text me yet? Is it good? And finally, whenever we get on the Zoom call, then he's like, Leah, you really put your foot in it. And I'm from Iowa, right? So in Iowa, the only phrase that has to do, like, sounds like that is you put your foot in your mouth. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awful, isn't it? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm from the South. We say you put your foot in it. Like, that means that you like spent time and love and energy, like just cooking it all day, like your whole heart's in it. It's so good. And I'm like, okay. So for me, I share that because everything that Dear God Ministries has never been planned. It's never been me knocking on doors, kicking open doors, pulling up seats to a table. It's just me sitting back and saying, yes, God. Yes, I will take that step of faith. Yes, I'll trust you. Yes, it's scary, but apparently you have some kind of a plan that I can't see. And so the book is published. There was so much momentum and build up and preparation for that day. And so now that that's gone, and the book's out there, and then I'm continually getting responses from readers. And so this again is just showing what this obedience to God has done, which makes me even more anxiously awaiting for God to open doors and provide opportunities and be like, Leah, this is what's next, because he's been so faithful. He's been so good, and he's blessing something that I saw no purpose in, no plan in, and he's blessing it beyond my imagination. So there will be a second book. It is already out in editing and formatting. It will be released, I'm thinking, end of August. I was actually going to wait a little bit longer for this release, but people are blowing through the first book. In my head, I thought it was going to take time. I thought maybe people would be like, oh, I'll read one chapter every now and then. But I think that God is really reaching people who need to be reached. And so they can't put the book down. They just keep reading because they're like, I feel so seen. I feel so loved. I feel so known. And so I'm like, okay, like maybe we're supposed to put out the next book. So that book is off in editing and formatting, and it will be available soon, before end of summer. So my goal is to have it out to the world and in your hands before school starts. So on other news, I do have some speaking engagements coming up. I think there's 3 on the remainder of the calendar for the year, and they are in 3 different states. So I will put that out for you guys to see, so you can come, you could pray for it, you can send your friends and family, or you can take a vacation there. Whenever the people hosting the event is ready to put that out there and announce, right? So I need to wait out of respect, but that is what's happening in that avenue. And then, as you have seen, maybe we did add someone onto the team of Dear God Ministries. Dear God Ministries is bigger than a book, right? It's a ministry. And so that means that we are going to bring other people in to grow their gifts, to let them use their gifts to build the kingdom, to impact the kingdom, to live out their callings and their purposes, is to grow stronger in their giftings, to create space for other people to use their gifts. And so we brought on Josie Loftus. She already is doing so much in her giftings, with her giftings. And so we are honored to have her on the team, and you are going to be seeing her across all the platforms, probably at different events. Primarily, you will see her co-hosting the podcast. And it's a beautiful thing to have someone alongside of me who is just as honest, just as vulnerable, just as open, and has just as much a heart for Jesus as I do. And so she is with Dear God Ministries, the ministry, and she will be popping in and out. But the podcast, we released our first one the other day, and it was amazing. The feedback was beautiful, and it's just constantly reminding us that though we try to make things work, and though we try to have this long-term game plan and be able to answer everyone's questions, that's never how Dear God Ministries was formed, or how we have done it, how I have done it at all the last 2 years. It truly is the surrendered yes. It's the follow through of the prayer, "Here I am, Lord, send me." It's easy to say the prayer. It's easy to pray it and say it to God because it sounds good. It's a different thing to do it. And what I'm learning is it's not me kicking down doors and providing opportunities for myself. It's me showing up. It's me saying yes. It's me wondering how this will ever do anything. But saying, yes, Lord, I told you that I was here. I told you to send me. And so I will go where you tell me to go. I will do what you tell me to do, though sometimes it doesn't make sense. And most of the time it doesn't. I trust you, because all he ever has been is faithful. All he ever has been is good. So I hope this kind of cleared up a little bit for you. I feel like sometimes everyone wants, a final answer of like, well, what is next? And I'm like, the answer is, I don't know. The answer is, I don't know. I feel like God is doing something very beautiful in his church. I feel like he's doing something very life-giving in his bride. I feel like he is bringing revival into hearts. And maybe revival is not going to look the same as it did in the 90s, but I think hearts are becoming alive again. I think people are getting a fresh fire and a new wind again. And I am just so honored to be a part of it. And so maybe encouragement for you as well is you just keep saying yes. Because 2 years ago when I started writing, I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing. And God uses everything because there's no waste at the altar. I will talk to you guys soon.